So we are going to discuss these topics during the presentation, during this webinar. We will have also a particular topic that is the social media. We will we will provide you more details and extra information about the power that the social media has at the moment. Also, at the end of the presentation, I will answer all your questions. Please feel free to ask during the presentation as well, but please use the Q&A button that appears in the bottom. Unfortunately, my colleague Judith cannot join us today. She couldn't make it today, but my other colleagues will be in the background helping with some answers. At the end of the presentation, as I said, I will have some time to go on with extra questions, and I will just read it aloud so everyone can have access to the answers. So, first of all, for the new people that haven't heard about Untouchables yet, so I would like to introduce a little bit the company. We are an international recruitment agency. We operate since 1996 within the Dutch labor market. We are really well known because we are specialized in placing and matching international staff within international companies, which means that we don't work with the Dutch language. So that is basically what we do. We have more offices. We are located in the main cities of the country. One of them is in Amsterdam. The other one is in Den Haag. Den Haag works together with Rotterdam. We have another office in Eindhoven. The other one is in Utrecht. And we also have an office in Sweden, in the city of Stockholm. Our target is we work always with the English language basis, let's say, and we require extra languages that can be European languages or even Japanese, can be, let's say, Korean, Spanish, Italian, German, etc., etc. We are more focused to the commercial side. We have this kind of like office jobs, more related to administration, customer service, sales, marketing, logistics, HR, finance, and project management as well. At the moment, we have other job openings related to production and also to warehouse. So we are trying to open our areas at the moment as well. So I will talk a little bit about our recruitment process, how that works for Untouchables. So the first step is please register in our website, sign up, upload your CV and your extra information. So with that, all the recruitments at Untouchables will have access to your information. And in this way, we will have a better overview about your history, your job history, and extra details. The next one is the application. In case that we have a job opening that fits with the things that you are looking for, you can have direct contact with a recruiter or apply directly online. And in this way, one of the recruiters or even me, we will contact you and we will discuss extra details or the next steps. Now, once that the profile and the CV of the person, of the candidate fits with the job opening that we have at the time, then what we do is we establish contact with you as a candidate, and we plan an intake or an interview. And then we discuss the job opening also we talk about your CV and your job history, the things that you have done, and a little bit of your background as well. And also we create a summary. In that summary, we will share it to the rest of the colleagues, so they will have also the same information. Everyone on the Untouchables will have your information. If everything goes well and it's a good match between both parties, then we proceed to introduce you to our client, which means that we will share with them your profile and your CV. If there is a good match, then we will plan an interview within the company, with you in the company. So then that is almost the last step. So then the last step is the hire process. So in this one, once that the company accepts your application and is happy with the things that you have discussed during the interview, then the company comes back to us and offers a salary and contract. And after that, we, as Untouchables, we arrange that everything with you. So it is important for me to let you know that all the information that appears on your profile, which means that it's in our database, is strictly confidential. So we don't share information with our clients if we don't have your permission. So now I would like to also mention a few ways to find a job. This can be applicable here in the Netherlands, but also in your own countries or in your location, your current location as well. So the first point is applying via an agency like us. This is really very common here in the Netherlands, because almost all of the companies have a contract already, or let's say have like a partnership with agencies. So this is really simple for you as a candidate. Why? Because the agency has the knowledge about the Dutch labor market, has the knowledge about the job description, salary indication, location of the company, all the extra details. And we as an agency can help you with guidelines as, let's say, extra details as a dress code, what kind of personality do the contact person at the company has. We can also help you with extra tips and tricks for the interview. So it's a good way. I think that this is the best and the easiest way to approach for a search. Let's say in case that you are searching for a job. Now the second one is apply directly at the company through the websites. Most of the companies work with an agency, but there are also other companies who post their vacancies on their websites. Sometimes you also can have the extra details, for example, the telephone number, the name, and the email address of the contact person. So you can also do it like this. And the number 3, useful websites such as Expatica, Indeed. We have a partnership with them. If we have job openings, we also post our job openings on their websites. So if you, for instance, are looking for like a job within a specific area, you can also find more information and job openings there. You can also use social media. LinkedIn, Google, Twitter. I will say that's better if you use LinkedIn, as this is like a professional Facebook at the time that you are looking for a job. The number 4 is open application. This one is You can also try it. With this one, I will say, and I will suggest that please keep in mind that if you are going to proceed with an open application, please be sure about the vacancy that you are going to apply for, because if you, for instance, send an email with your CV and saying, you know, I'm looking for a job, please consider me for open positions. Yeah, but what kind of position are you looking for? If it's an open application, what I suggest to do is to write down an email, quite short, with a little introduction. For example, dear HR team or dear recruiter team, recruitment team, my name is Jasmine Strong. I'm looking for a job opportunity in recruitment. Please find attached my CV, and also your cover letter is really important. In the cover letter, you can also explain why are you looking for the job, and why would you like to work for the company. So this is the best way to do it. Now, regarding to how to apply for a job during crisis, let's start. I will make more emphasis in the social media. At the moment that everything is happening and is taking place online, it's really important that we use all the channels as possible. The best way to do it is, as I mentioned before, do it via LinkedIn. This is the most important channel for your professional life and career. So the first point of the social media is work on your personal profile. Please try, if you are going to share like a picture, the picture should be professional, should transmit professionalism, let's say, and also try to keep your profile updated. This is more related to your CV. So the next one is follow your top 5 companies. If you are interested in a company in particular, please try to follow every single day the company, and try to keep you also updated regarding to the posts that they are sharing at the moment, and also the job openings. The next one is build a professional network. Also, I will say it's not only professional, but also personal. In this one, what I suggest is that you try to build 2 connections per day. You can send a short message to the person that you would like to meet, something like, hello, my name is Jasmine, I am a recruiter at the moment, and I'm looking for sharing tips, extra information, or I would like to learn something about you. Please take a look at my profile. Thanks, best regards, Jasmine. Something like that. Try to keep you updated all the time. Try to keep you social. Try to establish more connections per day. This is really, the next one is really important. Make sure that your CV online and LinkedIn have the same content. At the moment that you are going to update your personal information, and also your job history on the social media, you really need to be sure and make sure that all the information match. It will be kind of informal if somebody just jump into your profile on Facebook and see something that it doesn't match with the things that you are doing, or a miscommunication can be there. Also, make sure that your personal and your profile life are completely separated. This will also increase the chance to be more visible. The last one is make sure you are visible for recruiters, that you are open for new opportunities. This one is a really good one. With this one, you can also proceed with an open application. As I mentioned before, you can always contact us. If you are registered with us already, you can go to our website. You can select there also the option of the teams. You can if address your inquiries and everything to the right team. So please do it if you are looking for new opportunities. Also, this is the right moment to do it. You can follow online courses such as language. If you want to change careers, maybe you can try to adjust that to a new course. If, for instance, you are looking for to change roles to administration, to the administrative areas, then so I think that you should try to keep also yourself a little bit updated. What are the things that you need to perform that kind of roles? For instance, last Tuesday during the live on Instagram, one of the candidates asked about the SAP course. I will suggest that you also find a little bit more information about it, because the major of our clients work with that system. Now, this is a really important topic to mention. You need to work on your CV. Why? Because this is part of your presentation at the time, or let's say when you are looking for a new job. This will contain all the information that the recruiter or the company needs to know. And with this, we will have a better overview about the things that you have done, and if your profile and your job history match with the job description and the inquiries as well. So please keep in mind that you need to put your personal details, personal summary, work experience, education, skills, reference, and hobbies. If you want to share it, is also is really welcome. With this one, I will say that if you at the moment are looking for a new opportunity on your career, please make sure that you put a little bit of emphasis on the skills. As my colleague Judith mentioned before, at the moment that somebody wants to change careers, it's more related to the skills. So please keep that in mind. If you want to find out extra information or more details about the CV workshop and how to create a professional CV, you can follow us on social media and YouTube. There you can find the workshop that my colleague Judith did last week. So let's say that at the moment we are getting really virtual. Everything is taking place, let's say, online. We also perform interviews online and via Skype, Zoom, Blue Jeans platform, or another kind of platforms. But it's also good that that right now you pay more attention about extra details at the moment that you are looking for a job. Because what happened then, the opportunities at the moment are quite small. So we need to prepare ourselves the double. If we were having opportunities to let's say for job openings for customer service or for sales or for marketing, at the moment now we have only in marketing, let's say. Due to the coronavirus, we have more job opportunities in another kind of sectors. Let's say we have more opportunities in the digital marketing, IT, pharmaceutical and logistics areas. So if you want to change careers, then you need to really consider to be prepared, not only for your job application, but also for your interview. So we are going to discuss a little bit topics regarding the interview. So the best way to be prepared is research the company. This is one of the things that I have suggested during the dress code video, the blog that we have posted also on Instagram. It's important because with this one you will understand the background of the company. You will also have knowledge about the company's goals, visions, and you can always search the information on the option about us. Then you will have a better overview about what the company do and who they are. The next one is refresh your memory. Please prepare yourself a day before. You can also prepare the dress code, or the outfit that you will use. Take a really good nap, rest well. And I always suggest and recommend to take a shower in the morning. In this way you will be awake. Sometimes the interviews can take place at let's say 8 a.m. in the morning, so it's kind of early. So then with a nice shower you will be kind of awake, you will look fresh, and also it's part of your presentation as well. Please avoid alcohol drinks one night before. In this way you will look really nice. The next one is prepare questions. With this one, I will suggest that if you prepare some questions at the end of the interview, you will show interest about the company and about the position. Consider to ask always, how big is the team? What kind of personality is the company looking for? What kind of colleagues do you have? If it's 100% international, or if there are more colleagues from one for a specific country, and this kind of questions. Who will be the ideal candidate for the role? So this will make you like. This will help you to shine during the interview. There's something that you really need to keep in mind. You really need to consider at the time that you move here, and at the time that you try to look for a job, and during an interview as well, is the Dutch culture. The Dutch culture is really open. They have no hierarchies. The power of distance is minimal. So everything can be discussed, everything can be communicated, everything is open for a discussion. They have special rules and regulations. They are really straight with that. And the rules and regulations are in reference to the Dutch law. So, but depends of the position that you are looking for, and depends also the company. They also have kind of regulations regarding to the contracts. After the 1st of January of 2020 of this year, there is a rule that every company has the right to offer 3 contracts within 3 years. But also this is related to the way of working of the company, and the arrangement and the partnership that the company has with the agency. The last one is qualification versus experience. Here in the Netherlands is well known that the stories are not that relevant. They are more focused on, and they decide, their final decisions are made and based on experience. This is really a good thing for you to know. Now, how to prepare for an interview. The presentation and appearance. This is a really important thing. As I mentioned in the video, you only have one chance to make it right. So at the moment that we are having interviews via Skype or Zoom, please, this is the right moment. You are fighting for a job. Please transmit that to the companies, that you are taking that really seriously, that you are professional, and that you are really looking for to getting the job, let's say. It's always a good thing to be prepared. As I mentioned before, search everything about the company, about the job description, because during the phone interview, there can be also extra things that you, let's say that you need to answer and that you need to discuss. So it's always better to be prepared. To have a nice communication, try to be as much assertive as you can. As I mentioned before, the companies are open to discuss everything, but please be please keep yourself assertive all the time. Experience, skills, and achievements for companies. Those 3 points are really important. If in case that you are changing roles or positions or careers, even they will consider this at the moment that they make a decision. Personality, click. This is also important. Not only for the company, but for you. It's always nice that you feel comfortable within the company, that you feel comfortable also with the team. And if there is a good click and match since the beginning, everything will be fine. Now, at the moment, as I mentioned before, I think that what you can also do and consider is at the end of the interview, you can also share the questions and inquiries and information that you prepared for the interview. So the questions, the frequently questions that the company will ask is about yourself. It's not that you will talk like 10 minutes, but you can, at the moment that you start to be prepared for the interview, you can think about a little resume about you. Who are you, a little bit about your past, what are you doing at the moment, and what you are looking for. Also, this one is kind of tricky to say. Tell me about the worst boss you ever had. Not everyone asked that, but in case that asked it, please try to avoid negative comments, because this will also have an impact during your interview. How you deal with the stress, change authority, this you really need to consider to answer in case that you are not willing to deal with the stress on a high demand positions. Please be open, please be honest. And then we have what are your strengths and weakness. This is like 100% question that you will get during an interview. Think about it. if you want, you can write something down. You can later on also take a quick look on the presentation on YouTube, and then you will see all the questions that you need to consider for an interview. Now, about your educational professional background, this is regarding to the gaps. Also, sometimes when we have an interviews and we see the CVs and there is like a gap, we always ask why. It's not that we are going to base our decisions on that, but it's to understand a little bit more. Because, for instance, if, for example, if the company sees that you have like a gap of 2 years, then for them it's kind of simple to ask what happened here. Did you complete your studies? Did you work in between? What was the deal with you? What happened here? But it's not that they will take a decision, the last decision with that. The other question is, what did you enjoy the most? This is also one of the questions that you will have. So with this one, the company will know more about your personality, what kind of roles are or fit more with your personality as well. So the other one now is, what if, yeah, let's say that how many balloons fit in this room? Those are kind of tricky questions. This one I will say that is not relevant, but please consider to receive every now and then critical questions. This is more related to personality test as well, personality information. Now, the things that you should do, I will read a few of them. So please always be on time. Always be on time. It's better to be earlier than late. The minutes that are allowed to wait, let's say, they are between 10 and 15 minutes. But please try to be 15 minutes earlier. And sometimes if in case that, I hope that the situation gets better over a few weeks, if the interview is taking place at the company, it will take a little bit, a few minutes to get to the right location. So please consider 15 minutes to be there, and in this way you won't be late. Dutch people here in the Netherlands, I will say, it's really they consider that they are always taking a quick look at the times. So yeah, the turn off your mobile telephone. This is a rule that everyone should know. Make eye contact. This transmits security. Be positive. I always say that you already have a no, so be positive. You can think really positive and say, this is the job that I want. This job is mine. I will get the job. This will also provide you like a better feelings. Answer questions directly. Be assertive, please. It's really important. Listen carefully at the time that they ask for, like, let's say, critical questions. Please pay attention. And in this way, you will have the right answer. And be prepared. Try to be prepared a few days before, so you have everything in order, and this will make you feel also more secure, let's say. The don'ts, please don't be late. Don't chew gum during the interview. This is really informal and this is unrespectful for the interviewer. Don't be negative and please don't criticize other jobs or other colleagues that you have. We don't want to create a negative environment or a negative feeling. We don't want to transmit that. During the questions, if the interviewer asks something in particular, please keep it yes or no. Don't extend the question, the answer, sorry, because then you will miss the point. And please don't talk about salary on your first interview. Some of the companies have two interviews as a normal process. So also we as an agency, we will discuss that extra details with them as well. After the interview, once the interview is finished, please always thank the interviewer for the time and for the chance to talk to them and to be there. Ask about the next steps. For example, when they will contact you, when will you know more about them, about the position, about the process. Be patient. At the moment, I will say that for us in our site as Untouchables, the recruitment process together with the interview and together with the extra arrangements, the normal process takes between 2 and 3 weeks, but at the moment, because of the coronavirus, it's difficult to say. And so please be patient. That can be that it takes longer, maybe between 5 or 6 weeks. So please be patient. If you, for instance, would like or apply, let's say, directly with us, please address all your questions and inquiries to the right recruiter. Act professionally when you receive feedback. In case that the company says at the moment that you are not the candidate that they are looking for because of certain reasons, please act professional, learn about it, and don't act in a negative way. One of the questions that I always recommend to ask is, are there more candidates? If so, how many? In this way, they know that you are really interested about the position, and also for you, will help you to understand how many candidates are in the same process than you. The summary about today is know yourself better. Try to search and get as much information as you can about the job and the organization, the company. Preparation is essential, not only for the conversation, but also for the presentation. And be aware of the do's and not to do's. Let me go to the other one. Now, for the ones that are already located in the Netherlands, searching for a work permit or trying to extend the student visa or the 1-year search, first of all, please address your inquiries and questions to the right organization, that is ind.nl. In the meanwhile, if you have other questions regarding to the migration process, please also let us know. We will try to help you as much as we can. Now, the ones that would like to come to the Netherlands and try to find a job here, please be aware that are non-EU countries. For example, Latin America, also Australia. Those are countries that they need like a special permit, but please find all your the countries and the nationalities that need a work permission, a work permit. Sorry. All candidates from within the EU do not need a work permit. If you live in France or Spain, Germany, you don't need it. Just please show us your passport. We need to check that. This is a normal process from us, a normal protocol. We need to check all the documentation and we need to be sure also that everything is in order. 3 ways of obtaining a work permit. As I mentioned before, during other lives, a company can apply for it. If you come, let's say, as a specialist, the company has the right to ask for your visa and for your work permit. We as an agency, we are also recognized as let's say that we can also provide that kind of work permit. However, we need to work together with the company, and if the company agrees with it, then we go on with the paperwork. The other way is that your partner is from the EU Union, living or working in the Netherlands, who financially supports you. I know that, for instance, if your partner already works here, the IND asks for a specific amount of salary, I will say, but please check that on ind.nl. You can find more information there, or search year permits, moment of graduation. You can also come here to do your practice, your internship, or even though if you have studied here your bachelor's of master, you also are allowed to ask for a 1 year permit visa. That is, you have 1 year for searching a job, let's say. Now, before I finish, I would like to share with you something. I think that this is the right time to work on your personal brand, which means that you have time to sharp and to work on your personal information, on your social media. Please do it. This is now in the way that we, the recruiters, work. Update your information, get social, try to keep your contact with others. It doesn't matter if it's via online, but try to keep yourself active. Try to keep yourself visible. And if you have any question about it, if for you has been difficult to find a job within the Netherlands, please let us know. We will be super happy to help you, to guide you, to provide you tips, tricks, everything that we know. We will share it with you. And from my side, this is everything. Thank you very much for joining this webinar. And I've seen that you have questions regarding the LinkedIn and CVs. I think that my colleague is at the moment answering the questions. Let me go through the question. Yes. Now. You're welcome, Vola. Thank you. Now I have a question. What do you mean by LinkedIn and CV should match? If there are no conflicts, but LinkedIn contains only the most relevant experience. Yeah, that's what I meant. For example, with this one, if you are working in two platforms, let's say with your CV and with your LinkedIn, on LinkedIn you have the option to work on your job history. Try to put the same information there, because sometimes what we do is we, as a recruiter, so as a company, also take a quick look at your profile at LinkedIn. So all the information should match. Of course, that you don't have to put personal details, but for example, if you have done an IT position for 5 years, your CV should have the same information. So this is what I meant with matching. Patrick, very good. When asked about salary desired, what's the gross average in the Netherlands? Well, this is a really good one. I will say this depends on the position that you are looking for, and also about your experience. So please keep that in mind. If you want, what you can do is you can, at the moment that you have an interview with a recruiter, please discuss that point, and we will mention, we will provide you what the salary range, what the salary indication offers the company at the moment. And yeah, if you agree with that, it's okay. If not, we can always try to negotiate a better salary for you in case that this is needed. Now, I have a question from Marketa. I also see that you have untouchables in Sweden. Is there any chance to work for them from here? Yeah, it is. On LinkedIn, we have an article that how you can find a job there. I know that there are a few protocols that also that you need to achieve as well, but I will be super happy to help you with that. I have your contact details already, so I will send you an email after the presentation. So the info so far is highly helpful, but it's also info where recruitment will advise. Hope we can hear more on the unique things that Untouchables does, especially considering sometimes immigration. Okay, 2 times harder for locals when applying for the same vacancy. This is a really good one. Thank you, Niambi. Thank you for this question and for this point. I will talk about it. I was waiting for the last time, but this is a really good thing that you mentioned at the moment. I have received a few questions for one of the candidates. What we do at the, let's say, especially as untouchables, is that we place and match international staff within international companies. This is our specialty. We work with other languages, so this will increase also your chance to find a job as a foreigner here within the Netherlands. Now I have a question from Bruno, who says, how to cope with the fact that we are not Dutch in a market where locals are also losing their jobs? Wouldn't they have preference? With this one, I will say that no. With those in Untouchables, everyone has the same opportunity. One of the things that we do during the introduction from our candidates to the company is that we remove extra information. We don't share personal details, nationality, picture, anything. We just introduce you as as a candidate for the position that they are looking for at the moment. So I will say that everyone within Untouchables has the same opportunity. We work also with high standards of service, so of quality service, which means that we have a zero tolerance to discrimination. So everyone, that's what I meant when everyone has the same opportunity. Everyone deserves the same opportunity. That's why we are trying to help you with this. And also we are, even though we are trying to provide you more information via these webinars and everything. If something is not clear for you, Nyambi, please feel free to contact me. I will be super happy to help you. Rizka says, one of the reasons for being declined in a position was due to the fact that I did not have recent work experience in that field. As it was 2 years prior that I was last in the position, do you perhaps have advice on how to go about something like this? Yes, definitely. First of all, this for me, when I read it, I think that you are making reference to a new job opening, I guess. Normally when the company rejects the application, or when we reject the application, is because there are like specific roles. But in this one, please contact me, let me know for what kind of position did you apply, and I will take a look in our database, and I will come back to you. Let me see. Do you expect there to be time extensions made to search your permit holders to the coronavirus? For the ones that are already in the 1 year search visa, this is something that I have no answer at the moment. I do not know how the IND is dealing with all the process. I know that, for instance, they have some delays with migration paperwork, but I really don't know if they are going to be able to extend the visa due to the coronavirus. I will suggest that you contact them directly, or visit the website and try to establish communication with them. Let's see. We are 2 minutes above, but I will try to let's say extend this for 5 more minutes, because we had technical problems at the beginning. So I will read this one from Juan. What would you recommend for expats who are looking for work in the Netherlands and do not need a work permit? Will it be better to try relocate to the Netherlands and then start searching to work in the country and apply to there? If you don't need a work permit, probably it will be a good idea. However, please consider that the country is quite expensive. Also, to find a place to live is also difficult. So consider that. Please send me an email with your situation, and I will try to help you. If you have a city on your mind that probably you prefer to move to a city in particular, please also let me know, and I will be super happy to help you as well. Let me see. Loanis, no, Abhilasha. as I can see so many customer executive or support executive jobs at Untouchable's website. So how do you differentiate which profile will be suitable more for the required position? Customer executive or support executive is almost the same. This is related to the company's requirements. Please, for this one, please contact the right colleague if, for instance, they are maybe asking for a particular background or a specific task, please also address that question or inquiry to the colleague who is in charge, and she will provide you more information. I will say that for me, when I read the descriptions are exactly the same. Harlet says, thank you for this very helpful presentation. Do you have any predictions on how long it will take to find a job in these hard times? Well, this is difficult to say. I won't like to promise you anything. However, we had a conference a few days ago, last week, I don't even remember very well, but apparently after the 20th of May, we will see if we can start with like a basics activities. So hopefully that's after 20th of May, we can start to come back a little bit to our duties. But for this one, I will say that if we follow the information that we have received from the government, I think that could be after September, something like that. Lydia asked for my email address. Of course, we will provide you my email address. You will see it in a few minutes. Mirta, does distance matter to the companies? I apply in a job and the HR person, they will consider me because I am living too far. Well, yes, for some of the companies, it's really important, not only because of the shifts that they have, but also for the location. Normally, the distance that the company considers is within 1 hour each way. Because of the travel cost regulation that we have. For that, Mirta, please send me your extra details about it, because I would like to know what kind of location are you looking for, where do you live, and maybe we can just find something for you there. Let me see. It is Lisa Lyson asked, it is mandatory before finding a job, or could it be done during the hiring process? What is the strategy? I think that I'm missing a part of your question. Yeah, I think that I'm missing a part of your question, Lyson. Yeah, well, I guess that it's regarding to the hiring process. If you do it through Untouchables, I will say that the hiring process, the hiring process. So then I will say that the hiring process, the normal recruitment process takes approximately 3 weeks. The hiring process itself within 1 and 2 weeks. However, at the moment, it's difficult to say. The strategy is that we try to arrange the Skype interviews. Some of our clients agree to receive visitors. So let's say that if there is a job opening, if you match also with the job inquiries and also with the job description, then we will try to arrange that faster, but also depends of the process and the internal communication of the company. So there are a few things in between, but from our side, we always try to keep it faster, let's say. About the citizen service number, well, about the citizen service number, this is one of the things that every company requires. So for this reason, it is also important that you have a work permit. This is more as a protocol and regulation for every single company. Let me see. I have another one. I will say that this is the last one because I really need to stop with this one. Let me see one small. I think I can go for this one. Which industries and roles will be the more attractive at these times? Yeah, as I mentioned before, marketing online, logistics, pharmaceutical, and also customer service as well. So we will back to you after the session. We will answer all your questions. Thank you very much for joining me today. I am so sorry for the technical problems that we have at the beginning, but thank you so much. We will come back to you as soon as possible with the answers. And if you have any question or if you want to know something in particular, please do not hesitate to contact me or contact my colleagues. And I wish you a nice evening and enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.